welcome to your surprise view. You've just seen the first 20 minutes that I had when I arrived here. Pulled up in the car park and the light just kicked off, and it was a headless chicken moment. Got out of the car, got set up, and I got those shots. And you know what? The conditions now are completely opposite. We've clouded over, it's been raining, and it doesn't matter, because if those shots come out, I expect them to come out, the rest of the day don't really matter. The heather is out in abundance. The Peak District has got its velvet jacket on. That's the way I look at it. And whilst there's no light so far this morning, the light's been and gone, it'll be back later, you can see the colours are gorgeous. And we've also got some very strong greens mixed in there as well, so we might get some nice shots later, who knows. We've just got to be patient and wait. On the way up I passed 3 photographers, and they've had a fantastic morning. They've had hail, rain. I really hope when they get back that they've got some awesome pictures on the computer screens, because that's what photography is all about, coming out early. This is early for me, so I got here at 6:05, but as I said, those shots, yeah, I'm well happy with those, just to get a bit of light in. And in the Peak District, there's 3 types of heather can be found, and I suppose to photographers we're not too worried which heather it is. We just look for the colour, and the colour, even though at the moment it's as dull as dishwater, the colours are looking very nice. And the forecast, while it's just started raining again, the forecast later is for the cloud to disperse, and we'll probably go to wall-to-wall sunshine. So I want some shots of the heather today. I've not got any particular composition in mind, apart from I'd like to get a shot of Higator within the frame, and also Carl Walk as well. So they're kind of the two shots I'm looking for. There's probably a third one further down on the left that I did try and take previously. We'll see, we'll have a look at that. But nothing particular in mind, just going to try and hopefully wait for the light to arrive. Okay, I've got a potential composition here, and what I like is this rock, because it's clearly pointing over to Higator and Carl Walk, and I like that. I like the point of the rock telling you to walk in that direction for more photographic treats. But I'm finding it difficult to kind of make a composition of it, because the scene itself is very, very heavy on the grey rocks. Thinking today I want heather. There is little bits of heather scattered around, but I just don't know whether it's going to work colour-wise. Have we got too much grey rock in? We have got the heather in the landscape behind, but I'm kind of dithering as to whether the foreground is just too grey. I think we'll come back to this one when there's a bit of light on the scene, and we do have a big patch of blue sky now, so maybe another half an hour, 40 minutes we'll get that light to illuminate this landscape. So when I go out on a shoot, I like to have a plan. I like to plot a path I'm going to walk. I like to consider the position of the sun, because it's all relative for me to get the best out of the location and the photography. So we've got 5 days in October in the Lake District, and that's all planned in day by day. Every morning we've got a location to go to, so I've got the postcodes of where to park, what time we're going to get there, what time sunrise is, the position of where the sun is going to rise with our walk. So everything is planned in, and I just love to plan. It's part of the enjoyment of this, of coming out and doing landscape photography. But plans can be broken, so you might find yourself at a location and you have to break the plan because something happens. So this morning I didn't plan for that light that came out, didn't plan for that at all. That was a nice surprise on Surprise View. So the light is about to break out now, hopefully just in time for this next composition. So we'll get that set up, I'll talk you through it, and then we'll hopefully get this light. As you walk towards Higator down the main path, you've got another little path here that goes off. I don't know where it goes to. And then up above, you've got a small hillside cloaked in heather. And this forms a composition for me. I like the little path in the bottom there that sort of meanders and cuts through the scene. And I've took a few different shots here, and I think the best one is a bit of a pano crop, because my shadow was showing in the shot and I couldn't get the shadow out. So you can see now we have got braking light, and it's not going to be long before it gets too harsh. So I've got to quickly go back and take those other shots and make the most of the light before it does get too harsh and it gets too hot, because I can't stand the heat. Anyway, here are those shots. As I say, probably 2 or 3 variations, but I think the letterbox pano crop will work best, because we have got the cement works in the background, and while there's light on that, I'll take that again, because that will stand out. So pano crop, best shot, but 2 or 3 variations of this scene. And all the shots that you've seen today, I've put the raw file up, and going forward in all my videos I'll show you the raw file and the processed version, so you can see the changes that I've made between raw and the final processed image. So you've just seen a few shots I've took between here and the sort of hill of heather, and I've just stopped here because these stones caught my eye, or rather the patterns on these stones caught my eye, and I thought that'll look nice for foreground interest. There is a splattering of heather around, and then towards the back of the composition we've got surprise view, where we're heading back to next. Right, I've come back up onto surprise view now, and I'm looking again at this pointy rock that we saw earlier, and I've took the shot and I'm still in two minds, and when I'm in two minds I normally don't take the shot, but I'm going to give this one the benefit of the doubt. I've got the pointy rock pointing straight at Higator, so I think that works. As I said before, the only question mark I've got on it is the foreground. Is the foreground too grey? Midground's fine, because now we've got some light, we have got colour, more colour on the landscape, the purples, the pinks, mixed in with the greens that's clinging around Higator itself. So yeah, I'm going to have to see how this processes. We've got these rocks that sit in the foreground, and they break up the heather, the grey against the pinks and purples. I really like it. Works. It's a contrast between the two colours. And then in the background, well, probably in the midground, we've got the dominant rock, and that sits just in front of Higator. I'm just going to stand and wait now for the sun to come out the cloud, because very conveniently it's gone behind the cloud, and hopefully it's going to pop through in a minute. And here comes the light. Oh my god! Quickly, quickly. Back to the camera. And the Osmo kept up with me as well. Well done, Osmo. Here's the light. Thank you very much. And it's some nice gentle light. It's nothing. In fact, we'll go one stop under quickly. Oh god, it was a flash of light. Come on, another flash please. Coming across the landscape. That was literally 5 seconds. It was there, and then it went. I did get it, but I just wanted a little bit more. Okay, just one more shot to talk you through. And in front of me, I've got a field, really. It's a field of bracken, and the bracken's still strong green. And then behind it, we've got a big patch of the heather. And then in the foreground, we've got some rocks dotted around. And it sort of perfectly illustrates what I was talking about earlier by having the contrast of colours. Don't just take heather on its own, try and have colours mixed in, either rocks, or in this example we've got the green of the bracken in the foreground, and then the midground we've got a band of heather, and this is the shot that you'll see at the end of the video. What I'm going to do now is close the video here. Massive thank you for watching. If you're a new subscriber, thank you very much for subscribing to the channel. Lots more to come across the Peak District, Lake District, coastline, lots of different places on my list to visit. If you look in the description, you can see a list of all the kit I use. If you've got any questions about any of that kit, you're welcome to ask me in the comments and I'll give you an answer. If you're going to ask why I use the Nikon D850, simple answer, for me it's the best camera available for my needs. And if you're looking for a camera, the first thing you need to think about is, what do you need it to do? What does that camera need to do for you? And on that note, I'll see you later on the next one. Here's the final image.